My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.
Well, they'll be telling up the points between the KZN Royals and the Cape Stingers, and hopefully it's a close run race to the line coming into the last two races. Of course, there are races where teams can double up their points, and I wonder if this will be the race where the boys from KZN decide to double up the points here, because they got Makara in the race. And they even got a horse called Monoshada that I like as a roughie. But let's have a look at that field. Yeah, between Makara and Victoria Page, there shouldn't be too much that will separate them on that run to Humdinger Sheldon. That was the off to stud stakes. Of course, Makara since had one more run, which was a good run in open company, I must add, behind Spring High. I don't think there'll be much to choose between them. Victoria Page, I just worked out the weights, is 1 kg better off with Makara. But those two runners, if they bring their best form, could fight this out.
Yes, when looking at the betting, number 3 Makara is 2-1, number 6 Victoria Page joint 2-1 favourite, number 1 Admire Me is 5-1, and then 7-1 and upwards the rest. Number 8 Monoshada, we mentioned 10-1, we'll get to her in a moment. Yes, number 3 Makara, Wendy Whitehair is going to have her in a perfect space, 54.5 kgs on the back. This is a horse who's got a course and distance victory to the credit and certainly must be a live wire. Number 6 Victoria Page. Now if you remember her in her heyday, she achieved a 1-1-2 and she was very, very useful. She then seemed to develop a habit of losing ground. She went off the boil. She came back to form and she's running off an 83 now. So you've got to give her healthy respect if she bounces back to her best. And number 8, Monoshada. They really pushed her up in the handicap for running some fair races from an 87 to a 106. And then her last two runs, feature raced, they've dropped her down to a 90. And that's where I can see where you're finding the value at 10-1.
Yeah, I looked at some of her previous form, the Eastern Cape Oaks, the World Sports Betting Eastern Cape Derby, the Will Avington you mentioned, the Gold Vase, the Gold Bracelet last time out. And she hasn't been too far off them. I know in the Gold Braces she was somewhere off Marina. But if you look at her previous starts, never too far off them. And the rating dropped just like Victoria Page, I think back in the handicap company, under these conditions of riding. Now, that is what sealed the deal for me as her being the value, because I remember her going to the front with ease with Francie Harold around the corner here at Hollywoodbets Greyville. And she just had quality around her that got the better of her over the final 400 meters. Yes, there is opposition in this race, but not the quality that she's been racing against. So if she gets a soft lead, you know, a horse like Shanty Lane, we know, can go to the front. I'm just looking for other front runners. Lady Legend is a front runner as well. Yeah, those look to be the principals. You know, Lady Legend and Shanty Lane could be the two horses that could be also vying to the front here, but I don't think they're going to match this horse for speed. I've seen her in front, and with 55 kgs in Joshua Solomon's, it wouldn't surprise me to see her run all the way to the line. But horses like Makara and Victoria Page, as we mentioned, they're the runners that look to have quality of a recent form.
Yes, 100% right. And closing, number 8 Monoshard at around 10-1. Both these and I. This will be the value selection in the race. When it comes to Victoria Page and Makara, horses that you need to include. But the way the Comnadu stable is running at the moment, I'm sure it won't start 10-1 race time.
Hi, I'm Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbet helped us in procuring vital life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.